Coming up on Full Sail Live, following his 7th Super Bowl win, we'll explore why this season was arguably the most impressive of Tom Brady's 20-plus year career. Goodbye, Michigan. Hello, California. Matthew Stafford's days as a Detroit Lion are now a thing in the past. Find out which team out west went all in on the veteran quarterback. And after a record-breaking season at Alabama, we'll reveal what wide receiver Devontae Smith accomplished that's only been done a handful of times before in the history of college football. All that and more next. Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm Michael Beer. With each passing year, it seems as if people lose more and more confidence in Tom Brady's ability to be an efficient quarterback in the NFL. This particular season, it wasn't just his age that had people concerned. Without his longtime head coach Bill Belichick, many wondered if Tampa Tom could continue his winning ways. Despite Tampa Bay's slow start back in September, it was guys like Rob Gronkowski who stepped up not only in Super Bowl 55, but also in the team's late season surge when it seemingly all came together. Not even a COVID-tampered season could slow down the juggernaut that was this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, cruising past Kansas City by a final of 31-9 en route to Brady's 7th Super Bowl title. Those 7 titles, by the way, outnumber both the Steelers and his former team, the New England Patriots, who hold the record for most Super Bowls won by a single franchise with 6. Tom was also named Super Bowl MVP after throwing for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. It was the 5th of his career, the most by any player in the history of the game. The Los Angeles Rams made headlines acquiring Matthew Stafford from the Detroit Lions in exchange for Jared Goff and a pair of first-round picks. The former #1 overall selection was drafted back in 2009 and has spent his entire 13-year career with Detroit. During his tenure with the Lions, Stafford only made the playoffs 3 times, losing on each occasion. While this track record in the postseason is a bit shaky, the Rams are confident that with the help of his supporting cast, he can flip the script in Los Angeles. Coming up next, see what Devontae Smith did that hasn't been achieved by a wide receiver in college football since the early 90s. And it's the dawn of a new day in Jacksonville. We'll tell you what's got Jaguar fans excited for the years to come. The path to finding success in the game of football, whether it be at the collegiate level or as a professional, is far more difficult as an undersized athlete. For Devontae Smith, the challenges that came along with weighing in at $175 during his senior season at Alabama didn't faze him in the slightest. It's no wonder they call him the Slim Reaper. After a season in which he led the FBS in receiving yards with over 1,600, he was named the Heisman Trophy winner. Smith became the first receiver to win the award in nearly 3 decades since Michigan's Desmond Howard did it back in 1991. He beat out projected #1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Trask, and even his own quarterback, Mac Jones. Smith was also named the SEC's Offensive Player of the Year, tying a conference record for most touchdown receptions in a single season, set by Jamar Chase with 20. Many have considered Trevor Lawrence to be arguably the greatest quarterback prospect to come out of college in recent memory. So I'm sure, as you can imagine, nobody was shocked when the Jacksonville Jaguars selected him with the #1 overall pick in this year's NFL Draft. Lawrence will be paired up with head coach Urban Meyer in hopes that the two can come together and replicate their respective college successes in the NFL. Coming up next on Full Sail Live, find out what Shohei Ohtani accomplished as a result of his selection to the All-Star Game that hasn't been done before in its near 100-year history.